Welcome to the SKNIS Week in Review. In this program, we recap significant activities of the government of St. Kitts and Nevis over the past week. Coming up, officials tackle much-needed prison reform, new impetus given to exploit wind technology, Tourism Authority names its first Chief Marketing Officer, and Moent TV launches. Those stories and more are next on this edition of the SKNIS Week in Review for the period July 1 to 7, 2022. Hello and welcome, I'm Ian Richards. The Cabinet of Ministers met on Monday and was updated on a purported matter relating to citizens of the Dominican Republic. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security reported to the Cabinet that there has been no unusual migration from the Spanish-speaking country, nor has any of them entered with new St. Kitts and Nevis passports. Tuesday marks the start of a two-day symposium on prison reform attended by senior officials across the Caribbean sub-region. The symposium was held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort and focused on the infrastructure of prisons in the respective islands, as well as the rights of prisoners. Terence James is the Commissioner of Prisons in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Most of the prisons in the region was built way back in the 1800s. They were not actually built for prisons, and so they were just converted to prisons. And so the Impacts, which is a Canadian-funded institution, put on the symposium in St. Kitts over the last 2 days. One of the major discussions we had was the rights of the inmates. We know that inmates has been considered as second-class citizens, and prisoners' rights should not be trampled upon or infringed upon. And so most of the discussion dealt with the rights of the prisoner, the infrastructure in which they have been kept. Our current institution has long served its time. We know in St. Kitts we are in the process of constructing a new facility, and I think it is very timely.
Commissioner James also highlighted the value of training for the staff at Her Majesty's Prison.
Training of staff is critical because if you were to have inmates to be reformed so that when they are discharged back into society they can make a positive contribution, you will need staff to be trained in how to deal with inmates. We know that the COVID pandemic had derailed a lot of things. Some of my staff was about to travel to Barbados for some training at the Dodds prison in Barbados. The COVID derailed that, and so we are hoping that we could pick back up on that and be able to get some training, because the prison in Barbados is one of the most recently built prisons, and so if my staff is able to get some training and some experience going to that prison, I think that would be a plus for my organization.
Officials from the Republic of China, Taiwan, and St. Kitts and Nevis continue to partner to enhance the Federation's renewable energy development and promotion. A renewable energy webinar was held at the National ICT Center on Thursday, which focused on exploiting the current sources of renewable energy. Taiwan's resident ambassador, His Excellency Michael Lin, said that the Federation is well positioned to seize on the available opportunities.
With its plentiful geothermal, wind, and solar resources, St. Kitts and Nevis has sufficient renewable energy resources potential to meet the current and future electricity needs. Taiwan is willing to provide technical consultant and capacity building information for St. Kitts and Nevis to achieve the ambitious goal of 100% of the electricity through renewable energy by 2030.
Minister responsible for public infrastructure, the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, said that capacity development was a key component of the partnership with Taiwan that he greatly welcomes.
This second workshop will focus on utility-scale onshore wind farm building and the Taiwanese experience. Wind energy is an exciting prospect for our Federation as we work towards meeting the United Nations Sustainable Development goods. Wind is abundantly available. It is free of cost and it's pollution free. We have been making steady progress in the Federation with the installation of a 2.2 megawatt wind farm at Matthews in Nevis and a proposed 6.6 megawatt wind farm at Bellevue and St. Kitts. There are also several other wind turbines across both islands, all of them supporting the thrust to reduce the carbon footprint across our home planet.
Mia Lange has been named the Chief Marketing Officer of the St. Kitts Tourism Authority. The role is a new post created to further strengthen the destination's presence in key international source markets. On Wednesday, Nick Menon, chairman of the board of directors of the SKTA, welcomed Ms. Lange to the team. He said that her experience over the past 2 decades in Caribbean destination messaging and marketing has proven successful in launching key advertising and branding strategies that have led to increased tourism and tangible economic development. And finally, we take a look back at the July 1 launch of Moent TV. Moent TV is now broadcasting around the clock on cable channel 4 in St. Kitts as the government advances its plan to enhance and professionalize the creative industry. The new 24-hour television channel will feature content by local creatives. Minister of Entertainment, the Honorable Akila Byron Nisbet, noted that the tremendous investment made by the government in this initiative is worthwhile.
This TV channel is our baby. It started as an idea, a spark, if you will. And now that is ignited, we are passing it to you, our creatives, to fan the flame and keep it burning brightly by producing and submitting your content for broadcasting. This is no small feat. Moent has made significant financial investment to create this platform for our creatives, and all we ask in return is that you utilize it as much as possible. There will be no costs to air content on the channel, so send us your content. We want it all, your podcasts, music videos, talk shows, documentaries, recitals, events, movies, films. You make it and we will take it, but within reason, of course.
Patricia Walters, Chief Executive Officer of the cable, said that her company is extremely proud to support the development of local talent.
We're helping to support local creatives in 2 ways. We have provided a channel for local talent exposure. In fact, this is nothing new. When we launched 3 years ago, we already had the channel reserved for local content, and we stated it as a critical goal. But more importantly, the cable can partner with influential media companies that we do business with all the time. And together with Moent, we can both showcase our local talent, our content producers, and also negotiate ways for them to earn, yes, earn from regional and international viewership. We're close to announcing a partnership with a streaming company that will showcase the talent here, both in the region and in the diaspora internationally, and you will earn money from viewership.
That's all for this edition of the SKNIS Week in Review. For more information on these and other stories, be sure to visit us at sknis.gov.kn. I'm Ian Richards.